What is up, guys? Shadow here, and welcome to the 5th day. This is the first video on my channel, and just in general, I do enjoy playing games. I like making people happy, watching them, and just this game, I've been playing it for a while, and just I have not seen enough attention on it. The only videos I've seen on it has been maybe 5 in the past 3 months, and then it just ended after that. There's been no more videos that I've seen on it, and I feel like it needs more attention than this. So we're just gonna get straight into it here. Now I have played this game a little bit on my own for a while, so I know most of the mechanics. I know how some of the things work, but I'm still learning on it, so you guys have to be a little bit patient with me. But I know most of the things, so I'm not gonna do the tutorial. I'm just gonna hop straight into the main game like I did. If you guys are playing this game, or you want to see more of it, let me know. But if there's anything I can help you with, then please leave a comment and I will do my best to try and help you. I still have not gotten in that tower yet. I really want to find out what's in there. But when you begin the game, the best thing to do is to just... What you want to do first is find that RFID scanner, which since the last game they took out the main, like the scanning tablet in the latest update, so it's incredibly difficult to find out who all is around you, where the enemies are, and things such as that. So in my opinion, the biggest... Oh hey, there it is, RFID. Now all I need to find is the handle. But the biggest challenge is definitely getting that RFID. Never mind, apparently it's not a challenge, I just found it. But with this, it'll be a lot easier to play this game now that you can find out where everyone is. And really, you want to get as many resources as you can, but you don't want to be too over encumbered, because that slows down your capacitor charging rate, makes it harder to jump, use more stamina when you're sprinting, things such as that. And I do have a map of the game, because as far as I can tell, the game doesn't actually come with a map. So this was a user-made map. I'm not sure who made it or when it was made. I can't remember. It's downloaded off the 5th Day wiki. But there were a few errors on the map, like the compass was flipped. Some of the locations aren't completely correct. So I'll try and upload an image of the map around here so you guys can see what it looks like. I've got it opened up on the side, so I have a general idea of where everything is and what I'm planning to do. But since this is my first video, I don't really know much about the whole YouTube kind of thing. So if you guys have any ideas or any ways that you'd like to see me improve, please leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to accommodate that. But as for this first episode, I don't really know what I'm going to do editing-wise yet. I might leave just the entire video. I'll probably leave this first entire video uncut, leave it just the way it is, unedited, and upload it. I'll probably make it around maybe a 30-minute video. But if you guys want to see an edited version where like these parts are here where I'm just running back and forth to the towns, just getting resources. If you guys want to see that kind of stuff cut out, let me know and I'll chop all those parts out where it's just the action or it's just scavenging in the cities. You don't see the long treks in between. God, I really want to know what's in that tower. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this first video uncut, so there might be a couple moments of silence when I'm just traveling and don't really have anything to say. That's one of those hives. Okay, that thing right there, I don't know how well you can see it, but it's it's basically just a big bulge of crap. I don't know if it's like flesh, but there's definitely parts of like structural elements and things in it, with these little drones flying around it. You'll see them spawn in a second, but you don't want to get too close. There we go, it's popping up on the radar now. Yeah, see them? You do not want to get too close to that because they will tear you up. And I don't know what they're protecting, because I mean, for something to be there with something protecting it, you would think there's got to be something pretty valuable there, right? But as far as I can tell, there's nothing actually of any worth that they're protecting. They're just kind of, I don't know, like a beehive. Nothing really there. So I'm just gonna ignore that, and I'm gonna keep heading towards the city. I'm gonna go to the main city first, then I'm gonna trek back down to the nuclear towers. Okay, but another tip that I found is pretty useful is you don't want to continuously sprint, because right now I don't have the full heads-up display at the top left corner there. I've only got the armor and the weight limit that I have on me. Well, not a weight limit, but the current weight that is on my drone. But you'll have, whenever you start getting better chips, because you can upgrade your character, you can change out pieces of machinery, different chips, all that kind of stuff for different things. Like right now I don't even have compass or anything. But whenever I start getting some of the better chips, you'll see like the energy capacity that I have stored. You'll see the nuclear energy that's being put off, things like that. You'll see the compass. But whenever you're first starting off, you don't want to sprint continuously because you'll burn out the charge on your capacitors. And the capacitors are used to basically, it stores excess energy from your system and uses that energy to let you do more energy intensive or the energy expensive tasks such as running or jumping. So if you keep running and you run out all that built up energy, then you're not going to be able to sprint, you're not going to be able to jump until you let that energy build back up. So that's why as I'm going, you'll see me sprint, but then occasionally walk to make sure that the energy is not completely depleted in case I need to run away like a little bitch. But as of right now, I've actually, the only enemies I've came across is the hive back there. I forgot to mention down at the bottom, the little line at the bottom, it's 5 to 6. I'm currently at level 5. I'm almost leveled up to 6. There's another hive over there. But like I said, I have been playing this game before on my own, so I've encountered most of the enemies, not all of them, because there's still a few of them that I have yet to see, which I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm not gonna try and say too much or anything about them. There's the bunker. God, I'm really curious what's in there. And I've tried to find footage or videos or anything from the inside of the tower, like people getting into the tower, or just things like that, and I've not actually been able to find anything on that tower. So I've been down in the inside. I know what it looks like. Looks like on the inside of the perimeter, but I've never gone up in the tower. When I last played it, I don't think that was even possible. But you guys will see when I actually get to the tower and start exploring. But as of now, I'm going to wait until I upgrade my character for certain resistances and capabilities before I try that. Otherwise, it's just a death sentence. I cannot jump very high. Okay. How high can I jump? I'm gonna test something real quick, see how high I can actually jump. Just charge it for a few seconds. Okay, yeah, I cannot jump high at all. That is not good. They must not started me with a spring or with the leg mods. So I've just got the base jumping ability. When I started in the last game, I did have a sort of a baseline jumping mod, so I couldn't jump too high, but it was better than the little 2 feet hop I just had. And it comes really handy when you're trying to get away from the drones or the hunters or anything, because they can't really climb. So whenever you're trying to get away from one, your best bet is to climb a ladder or get on top of a building. And as far as my experiences go, that's been incredibly helpful. Oh, perfect! We got another nuclear reactor. They'll charge our capacitors faster, but we will have to equip it. Because as you can see, it actually hasn't equipped itself on my drone. I'm not going to carry that solar panel. It's just kind of a waste. But when I equip that to my chassis, it'll allow me to charge my capacitors a lot quicker. So then I won't have to worry about slowing down. I can continuously sprint without having to worry about my capacitors being drained. And oh wait, I kept all my blueprints. Yeah, so these are the blueprints I've picked up. Well, let me make sure real quick. Hold on. Here they are. They'll be in here with me. Yeah. Okay, no, I didn't keep all the blueprints. These are just the ones I picked up. But you have to pick up blueprints to be able to use this. This is called the CNC mill, which is where you build resources and items and things like that. I don't really have enough to make a gun, so I'm not going to waste resources yet. I can't strip anything. But since I can't strip anything, I'm going to find everything that's useless and just drop it. Like that. I can't use that. I have an RF. Wait, can't I? Surely I can strip that, right? Must not have the blueprint. You have to have the blueprint to be able to strip the items. So I'm going to hold on to it until I get the blueprint. So I'm just go around and look for some more resources. But yeah, another big tip I have for this game is whenever you are going around exploring, if you're in a city, you want to kind of stick around the edges unless you have the RFID tool, which is what I have in my hand right now. Unless you have that, then you can know if there's any hunters or anything around you. Whereas if you don't have one, you're just flying completely blind, and most times that will definitely get you killed. Right there, I'm just applying that other capacitor and the... Wait. I'm dying of radiation. Is this... No, this place isn't radiated, is it? Surely not. This place shouldn't be radiated. I don't know, it's fine. We'll figure something out. Hold on, let me look at my droid and see what all I have equipped. So I've got the LPQ-20. I think it's... yeah. I'm gonna have to drop that, because it's just... I can't handle that amount of radiation right now. So I'll leave it here, and I'll come back to it later and get it. Okay, here's our first melee weapon. There we go. So we do have a weapon now. So at least we now stand some sort of a chance against the hunters and not really the suiciders. It would be a terrible idea to try and take out one of the bombers with a pipe. Just don't try it. I don't know what's in here. Was that that's a blueprint. Okay. And as far as I can tell, most of the buildings that you go into, like these here, they will generally have some type of loot, something that you can get. I mean, not always, but like 9 times out of 10 they should. And they will be in these little side alleys here, so you have to keep an eye out for that as well. There's the tower. Alright, where's the door for this place? There it is. What is that? Oh, bullets! Perfect, take all those. Now I just need a gun. I mean, sure, I'm a robot, I could probably just like flick the bullets at them. I mean, that'll work, right? Probably not, but I mean, hey, it's worth a try. You ain't got nothing else. Oh, and big heads up, if you're in the town near the tower, do not, you want to stay away from this side, because over the hill right there, I am not going to go over the hill because I will die, but over the hill there's a bunker there that is closed off. Let me run up here real quick before I get shot. Yeah, there's nothing up here, but there's a bunker right there. Yep, you can see him shooting at me. There's a turret right there, and from further away their aim is kind of crap, but regardless, even if you're far away, you get hit one time by that and it's going to take out like half your health. So definitely watch out for those. And I don't think I've ever actually found loot on top of these large buildings like this. I don't even know what the point of this building is. Oh, and there's no fall damage. But there is loot, like especially these littler buildings here. There definitely can be loot to spawn on top of them. So you want to make sure to check those. Maybe I can jump a little higher now that I got rid of that solar panel. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's nothing up here. What about over here? Nothing. There? No. I think I did see something glowing over here, though. Nope, not the ladder. Yep, there was. What is that? Oh, that must be the solar panel I dropped. Yeah, that's the solar panel. I'm thinking the first base I might make, the place where I start building my first base, might be on top of like one of these buildings. it's a great place to hide from the hunters and definitely the suicide bots. But you have to be careful about doing that, because if you do, then you will have a large horde of robots just waiting for you to come down. But one of the main complaints I had with the earlier version of the game, when I first started playing this game, is the hunters were incredibly overpowered. Like, I'm not exactly 100% certain how they would track you, but I believe they used your nuclear output. They would kind of track you with like a Geiger counter or something like that. And they would just, as soon as they saw you, they would hunt you down like relentlessly. Like, no matter where you go, no matter how well you hid, there was no hiding from them. That was a big problem I had with the first one. Because, I mean, I would even take off the everything, the power cells I had, the capacitors, where my character would be emitting absolutely no nuclear resonance, but they would still find me no matter where I was. They would always find me and chase me, even if my character was not putting off any radiation for them to be able to track me, which was just incredibly frustrating. And some of you may believe that it was the RFID tag or things such as that, but I had left the vicinity of their trackers, kind of like mine, the handheld one. I can track their RFIDs. It's how I know if they get near. But I could leave them with plenty of space between us for like no possible way for them to pick up my RFID, yet they would still find me. But it definitely seems that they have fixed this in this version, because so long as I've been playing, I've not had another issue with that. So far, I've been able to get away from them. They've not been too much of a challenge, and their aim has really been kind of nerfed. Because even in the old versions, because they still roam around with a shotgun mostly, but they will still take you out from several hundred feet away with a shotgun. It was just, it was bad. It was really bad. Yeah, for my first base, I believe I'm gonna make it on top of this building here. Oh, and that thing way over there in the distance, the little flying thing, is actually really massive. It is known as a harvester. You can hack into it and send it to go collect resources and other things for you, which allows you to build like the bases and things. Let's see. I think I already searched this place. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna head for the next city now. It's a shame I have to leave that other power cell here. It really is. I just can't use it. It'll kill me. Okay. So I was at the core abandoned towns to the south of the map, so I want to kind of go. I mean, the other town is straight north. What's that? Wait, there's an enemy over here. Oh, those are hunters. Those are hunters. That is a bunch of hunters. Okay, I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna do something stupid. Give me the pipe. I'm gonna go try and kill it. Let me go around behind it and whack it. I shouldn't be emitting too much of a signal now for it to pick me up. Oh, it knows I'm here. Dodge it, whack it, whack it. Yes, level 6. What'd you drop? Oh, I'll take all that. Yes, please. Now I can start making a gun, but I don't have a slide yet, I don't think. Yeah, no slide. So I gotta get a slide before I can actually make a gun. I think I have a barrel, though. Nope, slide in a barrel. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna head for the other city just yet. I'm gonna head over here for the nuclear power plant. Generally, it's got a pretty good bit of stuff that you can take from it. I think that's in the back there, I see. Yeah. Okay. could have went straight east and met a. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna spoil that. I don't know when we're gonna go there because that place is it's a hellhole. It is not a good idea to go there. Okay, we're good. Forgot to switch back. Yeah, there's the nuclear plant. Alright, I think we'll search the nuclear plant and then we'll call the end to the episode there. Should be a good ending. Yeah, nothing there. Already got the RFID scanner, the means for making a weapon. How many is there? One. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Ow, he hit me. He hit me. Got him. Ooh, that's nice. Take all that as well. I did get hit once, so I'm gonna go ahead and save. That's not too bad. So the first thing I want to do is make a beeline for that repair station before anything else. Because I don't want to encounter another hunter unless I've got full health. And the enemies, they do scale with your level. So the higher your level, the more difficult the enemies. And the oil cans, and you'll find them later, the oil cans, spray paint cans, they do have a purpose. It took me a while to figure out actually what they were. But whenever you start making weapons and you're the appropriate skill level, you will be able to make silencers out of them. You can use the oil cans and the spray paint cans to make homemade silencers. The spray paint cans are better than the oil cans, but not by much. You want to find or make a professional silencer. But it's not like other games where like as soon as you put it on, it's locked in there and you can't take it off. You can strip your weapon and modify it at any time. One of the big problems I have with this game still is like these things, the chargers, I don't know what to do with those. I don't know what they do. I've tried using them, I've tried interacting with them, and it just seems like it does nothing. I only need one pistol. These are pistol clips, so I'll scrap one of the clips. I'm going to hold on to both of those because I'm going to use those. Okay. We need that. That's the radiation shielding plate. And this as well. Oh, wait, no, that's the control panel. That allows you to control RFID signatures. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. I've never seen that before. That'll be very handy. It's a Model 7, it's a rifle barrel. We will need that. So first, what we need to make is another capacitor. I don't think I've seen that capacitor either. Okay. Like there's no enemies around. So we need to make this. It's required level 7, so I'm not even a high enough level to make that yet. Alright, I'll check my drone and see what all I have and what I need to make. I'll probably start making things and building things in the next episode. There's another harvester. Yeah, all the harvesters kind of gather around here. There's not many here yet, but this is normally their gathering spot. Check it here. Another capacitor. Now these nuclear plants are, as you might guess, radioactive. You can safely travel around the edge of them, but you don't want to go down in them. You will die. Alright, let me go and start healing myself. Check my drone while I'm doing this. So I've got the LPQ-20, I've got this. I can slap on, nope, put that back on. Put on 2 more capacitors. So now I have 4 capacitors. I have max capacitors. I cannot add any more. Already got the nuclear. Wait, looks like I'm missing one there. Can I add another capacitor? Don't think I can. We'll try it if I find another capacitor. But it looks like I'm missing one on the corner of the chassis, but I shouldn't be able to fit another one since I have 4. There's none on that one, but there's another one on the other side of the building over here. Ah, I completely forgot to even check what I needed to upgrade my character. I'm still not really sure what to call my character, because I don't really want to call it a droid or like a robot. I mean, I could, but we'll figure it out as we go along. Ah, there's no capacitors on it. Oh, here we go. Just grab everything. Ugh. I think that was a block or a 7-barrel. So again, it's a rifle barrel. Stock. And it registered as a weapon. Scrap it. Okay. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna run back to the station over here. Is there something between those two silos? No, it's just a map. Ugh. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna get to the crickets so I can drop the other one because I can't scrap it. I have one nuclear cell with R7 drawn on. Okay, I'm just taking a look at this real quick, see what all I need. I've only got one link, which goes on the top of the legs, right? Yeah. To the Gorilla 7S-17s, 7S-17s, PQ-20, Scout. Oh, now it's in place. Okay, yeah, they're right now. I was looking at it wrong. I thought it went on like the corners over here, but it goes on the front and the back. So I do have maxed out capacitors. The recoil compensator. I am currently being damaged by radiation, but it's not really a big deal right now. So I need another one of these and a better recoil stabilizer. I really need to get something that'll block out radiation. That's insane. Alright, let me go back over here to the CNC mill and see if I can make another one of those leg things. I don't remember what it's called. See what I can make. Okay, so I need this as well. Can I make that? No, I can't. I need copper and steel. What do I not need that I can break down? Oh, I can break that down. I need that. I need that. So I need this as well. Can't make that. I need this. Can't make that. Oh, wait, no. I need this one. This would be better than this one. Because it controls 4 RFID signatures. This controls 6. I've got an enemy coming up. We'll see if I can sneak around behind him and see if I can take him out. Let me save before I try that. He's kind of far away. Is he coming near? Oh, it's one of the exploding ones. I don't have what I need to kill that yet, so I ain't really gotta worry about it. Okay, so in the next episode, I need to try and make this. Don't need that yet. I'm gonna try and make another one of these. This, and that. I think that's where I'm gonna. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna end this episode today. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. There's a bullet hole. Okay, that's messed up. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next episode, and we'll try and craft some new stuff for our rig.